Okay, so you're first going to want to pull the teacher guide, and you'll have your placement test back here. This is the one you'll give the student form. You'll want to have a recording form for each kid that you are testing. So again, you'll have them read each word. They get 2 points for the bigger words. If the student correctly reads 14 parts, you continue with subtest B. That will be the same at the end of every subtest. It will tell you to move on or stay. If they don't pass it, then that's where you will start them. This would be first level, so phonics for reading level 1, and you'd start on lesson 14 to 30. If they didn't pass this part, that's where you'd begin. This is the third level, so it's going to look a little different than the first level, but same ideas. So when you're teaching it, you will need the teacher book, and the students will have a workbook, and then you'll also pull charts from here. So when we did Power Hour, we did these were our big rocks. So we wanted to do a sound drill, show them the new words, do the challenge words, and then we could do these if we got to them. I also think for you, fluency would be a big deal. So I always just opened up my book and took out what I needed. On the top it says like phonics for reading level 3, lesson 1. Lesson 1, you guys do word parts. I'm not very familiar with that, but I can do my best to show you. And then our challenge words. So I always just took those out of what I needed. And then that's one other thing out of your way, yeah. Okay, so on here, you'll just go through. You'll just start with the new sound. You'll do everything when it's the sound drill and shows a chart like that. That means you're holding this page up, sorry. And you'll point to each sound and the kids will say it back to you. So it's super important you have them all saying it. I would always hold them to it. I'd make them start over if they weren't. So oo, ah, a, ch, and you just continue like that. Then you'd move to the next part. It tells you again exactly what to do. You hold up a chart for new words. There should be one. Yeah, it should be similar as to what's in here. So that says food, that says food. That's kind of how you'll know you're on the right page. And then it'll have you do the challenge words next. So that's another chart you'll hold up. Again, it will look similar to what you have in the book, rooster, rooster. So you're on the right one, yes.
Okay, show us how you were chunking those ones.
Sure. So if they need to sound it out, then you would point to each individual sound. If there's 2 sounds, we'd point 2 fingers. So oo, s, t, roost, rooster. Now say it fast, rooster. So your fingers kind of tell them what to do. Pointing, 2 fingers because it's one sound together. Okay, and then this means we're chunking, saying it fast.
Perfect.
So you can kind of teach them those too. Good question. Okay, so you just kind of keep going through in that rhythm and pattern using those charts. And then here, it looks like you'll get to passages. So when it says passages, it'll be in the student workbook. Should all have their own book or a copy. Let's just go to lesson 3 because it's here. And then this will be their passage. It tells you exactly how to read it. And then they kind of put the parts together, sequencing. You can do that if you want or skip it. There's also a spelling part, which would be your transfer skills. So you're taking the skills that you learned here and turning them into here. They also have these in their book. I forgot to tell you that, of all the charts that you're holding up. So you could have them here, or you could have them following along on the chart that you're holding up. So kind of up to you there. And then there's some questions about the stories you can answer and other questions. I mostly did these things if like we had extra time at the end, or there were some kids that were done and I wanted to read maybe the fluency passage one-on-one with another kid. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.